Project Zomboid can be brutal at times. A lot of new players can feel discouraged, not really understanding why they are dying so much. So, here it is, Merd's combat basics to help you survive longer. So we'll start right from the beginning. What you need to do is go to your options menu, go to the display section, cursor settings, and aim outline needs to be any weapon. It should already be ticked for show mouse cursor while aiming. Once that's ticked, that means that whenever you go to aim, holding right click at an enemy, it will highlight that enemy no matter what weapon you're using. Very good. Very, very helpful. Next, if you're really struggling and need it to be easier, start the game in custom sandbox mode and go to the character section, then toggle multi-hit on. This basically helps you hit 2 at once, or even 3. Very, very helpful. Once you have the settings sorted, let's look at the biggest character creation tips and traits that will help you with any combat. Anything that affects your nimble skill is needed. Nimble effectively lets you walk faster in combat stance. It's awful to level up, so I suggest looking at the occupations like burglar or police officer, although burglar is better for a new person because it gives you the hot wire trait right away and gives you a boost to nimble leveling. And also, I suggest gymnast as a trait as well. I would like to mention that fast learner also helps gather these levels faster as well. What does any of that mean? Well, as you level this up, it will help you walk faster while you are in combat mode. While in combat mode, very simply hold the right click button and left click makes you attack with your weapon. If you have no weapon, you'll shove instead. Pressing space while you're in combat mode will automatically make you shove even if you do have a weapon equipped. This will help, especially when you've just got one zombie. You don't need to hit him with that weapon, just push him to the floor. Once they're on the floor, what's next? Very easily, stand on them. If you are standing on a zombie, they cannot move, they cannot hurt you, and you're able to fight one more. But once you're on top of them, and there's only that one left, you have 2 options. You can left click while in combat stance to use your weapon to kill them. Or you can press space to stomp. I would always suggest to use the stomp because very simply, it saves your weapon's durability. And it feels satisfying stomping on a zombie's head. Now we have the basics of how to do combat sorted. It's time to pick a weapon. Everyone has their favorites, but here is some very basic information on each type of weapon that you need to pay attention to. And a disclaimer here for all of those about to call me out. This is not an in-depth guide. I will make one in the future, but this one is just the basic information for each weapon category. My personal suggestion now is to steer clear of blade weapons due to low durability and spears as well. Short, blunt, or axes are probably my main suggestions here, but once you get a handle on combat, play around, see what you like. Axes are some of the best overall. Good crit chance, good base damage, good sustainability. Most axes take up a back slot and they're a little heavy, so keep that in mind. But you do need axes to chop down trees. So if you want to chop down many a tree, maybe hold on to that axe. Don't use it as your melee weapon. Long blunts are very good for base damage and knockback and durability. Most of them are a little bit heavier, so they take a little longer to swing, and they also take up a back slot. So keep that in mind if you choose long blunt. Short blunt are a solid all-around choice. They offer okay damage and pushback, mostly are able to fit in your belt slots, so you can have 2 at a time just in case one breaks, and it allows you to carry something else on your back. Long blades are usually considered the best, especially the katana. However, they are very rare, and durability is not that great, so I wouldn't bank on loading points into long blades unless you use a mod to start with one. Short blades are an amazing category of weapon as well, with a unique insta-kill ability. It's a little tricky to pull off though. Mostly have low durability, but they crit high, as well as being able to lose your knife in a zombie when you kill it. They are single-handed weapons mainly, and use a belt slot as well. Spears finally are an amazing weapon choice, but I do suggest at the start, steer clear of them. Good damage, amazing crit, but very low durability. I have a few playthroughs personally where I have had high spear skill and loved it. However, I have had to carry a few in my bag because when these amazing weapons break, you gotta run away and hope you find another. If this has helped so far, please subscribe to the channel for more Mertz guides. It helps me a lot. Well, now you have your nimble levels, your weapon of choice, and a zombie in front of you. How do you survive? Well, it's simple really. Walk backwards. No, seriously. Walking backwards, or backpedaling as it's called, is the #1 rule with combat in PZ. Never, and I mean never, stand still while fighting. Zoom in and out of combat, in to choose a target, easily engage the distance, and out to check your surroundings. This one helps me as I need to focus on the Zeds in front of me and also have a habit of getting snuck up on. Speaking of getting snuck up on, consistently do 360s while you're recouping and walking away from the zombies, making sure no one will creep up on you while you're stuck in that combat mindset. You'll be surprised at how many comments I get of people saying they get snuck up on. Just do a spin every now and then. These last two are kind of tied into one. The moment you're getting tired or you're showing exhaustion, run away. It's a non-negotiable. You do so much less damage when you're sleepy or exhausted. Don't risk it. Find a nearby safe zone. Rest until you are ready to fight again. And most importantly, give yourself a disengaged number. How many Zeds are too many? 5? 10? 50? When you start finding yourself going, oh no, that's a lot of zombies, that's the number for you. Go home. And if you are home, start pressing Q to gather them all together and walk away. Your base walk speed is faster than the zombies. Don't sprint, just walk and keep your head about you. It's not worth your life to kill 10 more Zeds. To summarize, get your settings right. Get your build right. Here's an example that I would use of a first time build. Find a weapon that suits you, like a metal bar. Walk backwards, zoom in and out and do 360s. And set a number of too many Zeds and leave when it is too much or you start to get tired. All of these rules together will help you seed yourself to the next day and help you preserve that character for at least a little longer. Just remember, this is the game that introduces the world as this is the way you died. So remember that your base is the main character sometimes and not the people we play with. What tips would you give new people if they were going to start combat? And let me know if this has helped you as well. Just remember to subscribe, and if you liked the video, please like it as well. It helps the channel and myself so very much. Good luck surviving, everyone. Let me know if you need more tips, and keep playing the games that you love.